Welcome back, everyone. New parents quickly learn the ins and outs of caring for an infant, but they may be overlooking a critical health threat, tooth decay. Dr. Ukti Phadnis is the owner of the WETHERSFIELD Dental Group, and she is here to educate us on the ABCs of oral hygiene. Thank you so much for being here.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
I might just start right away. You know, we're talking about little ones here. When do we need to start thinking about oral hygiene with kids?
I urge parents to come as soon as the first baby tooth, the primary tooth, is coming in the mouth, which is around 6 months of age, or even as late as before their first birthday, because even though these baby teeth are temporary teeth, they're placeholders for adult teeth. So you want to make sure you're getting into the right habits of how to take care of their teeth before they come in.
All right, I don't have any kids yet, so I often use my niece and nephew as props here.
Yeah.
My niece, Eloise, she is 2 months old. For parents of folks, we're seeing her there, that cutie there. What do we need to be thinking about with her?
With her, I urge that you simply take a wet gauze or a washcloth, and as soon as the baby's done feeding, with whether it may be breast milk or even formula, just wipe the teeth down. You're not making sure there's no food or any kind of liquid sticking onto the teeth. What happens is our body has bacteria in the mouth, so they thrive on these sugary liquids, and then which cause acid and turn into decay. So just as long as you're doing it after every feeding, I think you're protecting the teeth from getting cavities.
And then big brother there, Teddy, was about 2.5, so as parents kind of see their kids enter toddlerhood and the terrible twos, he wants to do everything himself.
Absolutely.
But you say it's important that mom and dad really play a role here.
Absolutely. They need to supervise, even assist. I say as old as 10 or 12 years of age, you want to get in there, let them do their thing, but then go back and let's see if we can find any more bugs. And then we have power tools like these, which they can mimic, connects to an iPad, so they can see on which way to follow. Mr. Dino here, we kind of show them techniques on how to follow the pattern with Mr. Dino.
I love that you brought Mr. Dino here because for some kids, the whole idea of going to a dentist or brushing your teeth can be scary. What are we teaching with this guy?
I use the acronym ABC because it's going across from one side of the mouth all the way to the other side. B is for backs of the teeth. You don't want to forget the backs of the teeth. And the C is for cracks, which you want to go make sure you use those little ticks to floss in between the areas where the brush couldn't get in there. And that just makes it very simple for the kids to remember the ABCs of brushing.
And I know with my dentist growing up is that one of my sins was that I was almost too aggressive. Is that something that you need to be mindful of?
And the nice thing is these toothbrushes now come with a sensor that tells you if you're pushing too hard. They'll tell back off, and it helps them learn the habits and the other techniques on how to follow proper brushing. But that's kind of what we go over with new parents on what to teach their kids when they come in.
All right, and then, kids want to snack on everything. They want to try everything. You have some real thoughts when it comes to things like, say, juice.
Absolutely. You not only want to limit the amount of sugar that you're eating in the juice and milk, but you also want to limit the amount of time that these teeth are being exposed to this sugar. So that's why I recommend after every time you drink juice, make sure you rinse your mouth and brush twice a day. Have the parents supervise their brushing, because going to the dentist is not just a choice, it's more like a necessity. We're here to help you maintain proper habits so you can prolong the life of your teeth.
And doctor, I think candidly, maybe some parents at home are going to be surprised. You had mentioned it earlier, but you really need to be supervising a kid up to age 12?
Correct, yes.
Why is that?
Between 9 and 11, that's when the braces start. That's the age. So you want to make sure that you show them what's the proper flossing technique, brushing technique, to make sure. Otherwise, pregnancy, gingivitis, periodontitis is very common even in kids. You want to make sure you avoid that by making sure you're doing it until the age of 12.
All right, certainly some good advice. Thank you for being here, Mr. Dino. Thank you for being here. Going to the dentist isn't scary. We appreciate your time.
Thank you very much.